Well, I guess the first thing I heard that he bowled you kind of over in the interview is what was it about Gerald that really made you sit up and take notice?
He's authentic. He means what he says what he means. I asked him, do you think you'll fall in love with Huntington? He said, I grew up in Florence, population 45,000, CSX railroads on the other side, and our number one employer is Nucor. I grew up in Huntington. And I thought that said it all right there.
He seems like someone who, despite all of his accolades, is really good at relationship building. How key was that for you?
Very important. We say we are Marshall for a reason. This is a community. The campus, athletics, the community, the donors, all of us work together as one. He's a bridge builder. He cares about every action and every decision to make sure that it's good for everyone and not just for one particular group. It's going to be critical, and I think it's going to be exciting.
It's a challenging time in athletics, as you know. You need someone who's ready to embrace it, right? You can't have anybody that's afraid of it or saying we need to change this. You got to face what's out there, right?
You do, and I think I loved his answer to the question of how do you think about challenges. He said in every challenge there's 3 opportunities. Look at what he did at Austin Peay State University. I mean, he had record-setting fundraising. He had groundbreaking corporate partnerships. He won 13 conference championships, 3 in football in the last 5 years. He had 6 Coach of the Year awards. So he knows how to go into a situation with whatever resources they have and turn it into a transformational experience for everybody.
When you look at his resume top to bottom, it seems like he's kind of got it all. Is there one thing specifically that he's done that sticks out that you're like, yeah, this is above the rest of the talent pool that he has?
He shared 2 stories that really moved us. One was he had purchased all the student athletes' suits so that they would be prepared for their first interviews after athletics. And the other is he and his athletic department got together and grabbed instruments to play the fight song at Austin Peay State. And he said if they can come to our home games, we can go to their band concert in the spring and support them when their grandparents are in the audience. He's serious when he says it matters that the whole community works together.
Thanks, sir.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
What a day. You came in hitting the ground running. Talk a little bit about your excitement and more so what attracted you to this job, Gerald.
I could not be more excited. I mean, it's been an energy. I have not slept more than 4 hours since Brad and I reached an agreement. This is an unbelievable place. And what I said before is true. The community is just unbelievable. We came, got off the plane, got through town, and people just spoke to us and welcomed us and made us feel comfortable. And I've heard the legend of Huntington and how people do that, but to actually feel it is something special. And then Marshall's a special place with an unbelievable history. And when I wanted to leave, when I thought it would be time to leave Austin Peay, it had to be a school that had a great tradition, name recognition, an unbelievable community, because I'm a family person, as you see by having the posse here today. I want them to be somewhere they feel comfortable and feel like they can be successful as well. And this community provided that. So that's why I felt it was time to make a move. And this was a place I can take a leap of faith. And I mean, Brad Smith is unbelievable. And so put that combination together, you got me.
You have a long list of accolades, but the one thing that keeps coming up is just your ability to build bridges, relationships. How do you go about that, and why is that so important to you?
Well, I really believe you can't do anything in this world alone. Everywhere, every step I've had, somebody's been there for me. And so you got to build a network, a community, a family to help you get what you want to get done. So if this university wants to continue to be great and to grow in this era, we need other folks. We can't do it by ourselves. There's great professors, there's great president, but you need a great athletics department. You need an outstanding flight school like we have. You need the community to be involved like the Big Green Group, and you need the health center and all those things. And to have that right here in this community, which is really a community of 45, 50,000 people, but to have all that harnessed right here with that passion, it's unbelievable. And so everywhere I've been, I've tried to make those touch points. And I feel like this place is poised to do something great, and that's why you got to build those bridges to make sure that we have all our parts working together to do it.
Is there a level of excitement just in the sense of, you have a new football coach, you have a soccer team that is perennially a national contender, and you have all of those kind of building blocks in place to where you're kind of getting in it at a time that's very exciting for a lot of people?
No, it is. I mean, anytime you have a new coach that coming in, even though Coach came obviously before I got here, but getting to know him, we're going to go through a lot of things at first together. First football game, first home game, first this, first that. We're going to do it all together. That's an amazing ride. I've had experience with that when you're hiring coaches. There's something new. So that excites me. a soccer program with this strong, I've never been around that. From a men's side, and Duke women's soccer was pretty big, but to see that and to be a part of it in a community that supports that with the stadium and everything, there's an energy here. Like, it's there. And it's incumbent upon me to make sure we pull that out and reach our max potential. So the pressure's on. It's not the school. It's not everybody else. It's me. I got to do my job to make sure we pull all this thing together so we can really maximize the potential that's out here.
I was going to say the fan base has big expectations, but I assume that's where you want to be, a place that expects you guys to be great.
Yeah, I don't want to be anywhere. I never want to be anywhere where there are no expectations. That's a low bar. I don't believe in that. I believe that you got to set high expectations for myself, for others around, and we set them for our children, for academics. We set them for their sports. I'm gonna do the same thing for them. So the fans got a high expectation of me. I got one of them too. So when we get this thing going the right direction, I need every stadium field, and I need Teddy busy with all the big green stuff. I need it all to work. But it starts with me, and that's one thing you'll find about me. I will take responsibility. Now, as of whatever my start date is, I got to make sure we're pulling in the right direction and live up to the expectations that our fans have. And then in turn, from what I understand and what I know, it's like being in Knoxville. You know, Knoxville, you knew on Saturday, you knew Tennessee was playing, or you knew Monday, because there's checkerboards and everything else. Well, I plan on it being the same thing here at Marshall and love being a part of that.
Hey, Mr. Harrison, I wanted to ask you a question. I found it remarkable that I was reading the Austin P press release that said you were taking this job, that 16 semesters in a row your athletes had at least a 3.0. How the heck did you do that?
Well, first of all, we have a great team, right? But it takes buy-in. And that's what I'm talking about when you're building bridges and talking about a community. We had an understanding from our academic folks to our coaches in the recruiting process to our university administration that, hey, we want to be great on the academic side of things. So we got to recruit great people. We got to hire great academic support staff because they need help. And then once you do that, put it together, and then they hear it from me, the athletic director, then they hear from the coach, then they hear from the president. Everybody's talking about it, and then we celebrate it. One thing we do, and I'm big in, is celebrating every victory. So they know if you got a 3.0, we celebrate you. If you got a 3.5, we celebrate you, whether it's a special meal, whether it's an extra bit of swag or something. So academic success is important because regardless of NIL and anything else, our job as an institution first is to educate, graduate, and prepare. And we're going to do that.
So 2.9?
No, not good enough. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you get a 2.9, you better win a trophy.
Okay. All right. Thank you all very much.
All right, thank you guys.